After arriving here in USA, I introduced myself by saying I'm from South Korea. Then most people whom I met from other countries were becoming curious about North Korea for a sudden moment. What about the North? Do they hate each other? I hadn't thought about the division of Korea that much. South Koreans are so obsessed with their education to achieve goals like a good university, a better job, or a better life, and they also don't care about political problems that much. I was one of those people. So through this video project, I want to know about my country more and share this information with my friends who was curious about it once. Korea had been under Japanese control from 1910 until the closing days of World War II. The division of Korea was the result of an agreement between the United States and the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union occupied Korea north of the 38th parallel. US forces subsequently occupied the south and Japan surrendered. By 1948, two separate governments had been set up and have many political conflicts. On June 25, 1950, the North Korean troops launched an invasion into South Korea. The Korean War ended in 1953 with a ceasefire. After it was separated into two countries, South Korea's economy continues to boom, but North Korea's remains a bust. Their economic systems were totally different. North Korea had only opened for China, and they had blocked everything from USA. Also, most North Koreans cannot travel outside freely. So if you meet a person who says, "I'm from Korea," you don't need to ask which Korea, South or North, etc. Most people whom you meet outside of Korea will be South Koreans. In addition, there is a difference in education systems. South Korea has not the best but a good education system compared to other countries. South Korea is normally ranked in the top 5 smartest countries. The North is good at math and science too, but most of their education systems in North Korea have just one subject, the Great Leader. Because of these different economic and education systems, when the two Koreas are reunified, North Koreans would need massive aid from the South, which would result in the drastic decline of the South Korean economy. But we cannot disregard the advantage of being united. North Koreans are very skillful at hacking or handling nuclear weapons. It doesn't mean that South Korea need the skills. It means it would be glad if we share the science information so we can put it into another technologies and have a self-protection in our own way. As a role of my country in the international society, it's important to maintain the peace by dealing with any possible threats from North Korea. North Korea has threatened to ignore the agreement several times. It actually led South Korea to lose many military soldiers' lives. We need to end this ceasefire. But in the fact, I think some countries don't like a united Korea. I think many countries might be worried about our peaceful reunification. We can be a very powerful country one day, even though it will take a long, long time. So I would like to say I want a united Korea as we were once a country.